Hey friends, we are looking at the Christmas roller coaster train set by CUBIMANA. And what you're seeing here is a gingerbread house in the center, which is sort of like Santa's house. And there is a Lego style roller coaster track all the way around it. But instead of a roller coaster, they have built up a little tiny train. And the train goes all the way around and comes through this little smaller structure here and can come down. Yep, so it's just a clever way of making a train track, and has a little bit of gravity so you can play with it. And in this video, we're going to do a 360, then we'll zoom in, take a look closer at all the different builds in here. But here's the front, right? So you see the coaster. There are these side builds. By the way, this gray base plate does not come with it. I added that so that I could turn it around on a Lazy Susan. But what you get is everything in white here that comes with the set. All right, and then turning it around, you can see there's sort of this gingerbready, like gumdrop style little dots, colorful dots on the top. And then the back is open and has an upper story, a lower story, and a fireplace also. And you can see here there's some lights, and that's done with a light string. And the battery box for that light string is right here. And here's the other side. It has a couple candy canes. And just real quick, let's turn off the lights so you can see without. Boop, there's the lights. And then with the lights on. Okay, so let's zoom in. Let's maybe start with the train. So we're going to get in here a little bit closer. The train build is nice. It's built on those roller coaster cars. Not big enough for a minifigure, of course. I like the little smoke here, a little bit of gold and lights on there. And then the second car here has a little snowman build. And I like the use of those tiny little twig pieces for his arms. And then the last one has one present in it. And this set does come with a bunch of presents. So let's see here. Here's some of the other presents that it comes with. And they're just loose. You just build them and set them aside, put them where you want to. The other thing that we have here is the Nutcracker. Not a bad build for the Nutcracker. He's got a couple presents in front of him. Let's zoom in a little bit more. But it's got an okay face, actually, and the mustache, and then the drum is well done. And then the way that the little drumsticks are done are pretty good. Let's move the train out of the way. We can take a look at Santa. So we've got a Santa, and Santa's eyes are these weird little like sprinkle things. This is something that I've seen before on other Christmas sets. I don't know what's going on there. I don't know if they just don't have printed eyepieces or if the reference everybody's looking at doesn't have eyes, but for some reason he does not have eyes. I like the little thing on here that's like his little white cap. He's got a bag off to the side. The sled build is okay. Let's see here. The sled build is not bad. And then we've got a reindeer, and the reindeer build is cute. Let's see, the bottom you can see kind of has the 4 feet, and the nose that they tell you to put on there I think is orange. So I went ahead and put a red one on there so that it would be Rudolph. So that's on there. Coming around, you see there's a mailbox there and a little blue bird. I like that little blue bird. Some steps that come up to the front door. That front door does open and lets you in. I like the use of these different green pieces for the window. It's too bad that they don't have a custom light kit. That's why this is not lit. Instead, the string, you're just told to wind the string around the build, which is what I did. I like the other window there. And then we've got a bunch of little clocks. Most of the parts on here are printed, and they include 6 clocks, and they're all the same and they're printed. So that's one of the clocks. And then there is a chimney with a bit of smoke coming out of it. I like the icing everywhere. It looks like icing. It also looks like snow. I think that's kind of clever. And then this is the side structure that the train can pass through with these kind of candy cane decorations there. And candy canes kind of flank the front door too. What else we got? We got a Christmas tree with a small gingerbread build. And for some reason, the gingerbread is orange, and his printing on his body and his face are kind of a nougat color, but the actual body of the gingerbread man is orange. The tree, not bad. It goes together pretty quickly. It's not a bad tree build. Oh, and there's a little dog for some reason. There's a dog that's kind of in the back there too. And then two more candy canes right here, a yellow and a green one. And lastly, along this side here, there is a street post with a clock, and it has on the top of it a tiny like biplane right there. And the little sign says home. Okay, and then and there's a flag up at the top there. And then swinging it around, we can take a look at the interior. So at the upper floor, you can see there's a bed in Christmas colors with a pillow. There's a dresser right there, and then there is a armchair, and the armchair is reclinable actually. This can tilt. And then there is one sticker in this set, and that sticker is this one right here. And it's actually a photograph of the set. So it's the same art that's on the box, and they put it in a sticker, and they ask you to put it on that tile and put it on the wall. So it's like a pride of home ownership, I guess, right? Okay, and then down on the first floor here, there's a little fireplace area. So fireplace, two stockings, couple cookies, another armchair, or a sofa, you can think of it that way. And there is a fireplace hidden back there too with a couple of flames. And then there are two breadsticks by the door. I feel like I had another Christmas set that had breadsticks by the door. I don't know why they do that, but yeah, there's breadsticks there. On the other side, we have a dresser, or you can think of that as some storage. And we've got a mug as well as another cookie on a plate, and then a barrel with a cover, and there's nothing inside that barrel. Let's zoom out, see if there's anything else that we missed. Nothing to speak of underneath, right? They just built it up about 3 bricks tall. They could have made use of that space somehow, but they did not. But I'm glad they went ahead and elevated the gingerbread portion of the house, because then that means the train has some gravity that can work for it when it comes out of this section. Okay, so that is pretty much everything. I think you've seen everything that is in this particular model, and it'll be kind of a fun one for the kids to build, to play with during the holidays. And I think that people will like it. Okay, so speaking of like, hit like on this video. And if you could subscribe, that would mean a lot to me too. All right, thank you very much.